for that to be on. I didn't mean for that to be on. That's my mistake. We'll explain that later. They couldn't hold me down. They tried, but they couldn't do it. I'm talking about like a lot of other big stuff, but I mean, I guess this also applies to what's going on right now. Hi, by the way, it's June 5th. Let's not bullshit anything. It's June 5th. And I just got back from the mall. You know, the mall in the new town that I live in now. The new town that I live in that isn't the hell that I was in before for so long. Oh yeah, you know, because today is the release of this Sidon amiibo and nothing else. That's right, we're gonna close the bag back up. We're gonna open this up, and you know, we're probably gonna talk about this for like the next 9 hours, right? You know, actually, I said that as a joke, but now I'm thinking out loud. I just want to see the size difference between like the side link and all. Thank you for the sub. I actually do not have the fucking Streamlabs over the video capture, so that's my problem. But thank you. He's like a little smaller. He's a little smaller than Sidon. But, you know, I'm not here to be fucking Andre Seegers opens his toys from the fucking Mario movie all night. We're moving on. We're moving on. That's right. I don't know. They like gave me fucking thumbstick grips for free, and I didn't like bother like asking about it. Like, am I supposed to have these? I just took them. I'm not a thumbstick grips kind of guy, so I'm sure someone I know will find use of these. I got one of those goddamn micro SD express cards. Get all these damn receipts out of here. Oh yeah. Honestly, I've got a lot more to talk about this fucking thing that I picked up at the bookstore today than I do what's in the box. That's right. Oh, guys, it looks so new. It looks totally different. No, I gotta stop. Enough bits. It's been like 5. Every single thing on that bed is a different fake out. Oh, baby. I can't believe the day is here. Do you guys remember when I was like originally talking about why I first wanted to stream? And I remember it was because I was there for the launch of the original Switch and playing Breath of the Wild and all of that and being like, oh, you know. I only started streaming kind of like right after that. So it was like, I kind of just wish I could have been there for that. And this is kind of as close as I'm going to get. The original Switch is so tiny when you compare the two. I don't even know. We're going to find out together. But I'm not going to do it alone. Because you'll notice in the corner here, we're going to have some assistance. So I have alluded to owning this thing for some time. But you'll notice it hasn't actually made a debut on stream. Yes, this right here is the Apple Vision Pro. And I'm going to use it for a first-person unboxing stream. Let's begin. They always tell you to crank it and then put it on. How stupid do I look? Don't answer that. How stupid do I look? Don't answer that. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of steps here. Number one, I need a screen capture, macOS screen capture. And then we're going to get the entirety of this display, and then we'll do that, and we'll make it fit like this. Well, that's gonna be annoying. Whatever, we'll fix it in post. And I'll even put this over so we can, like, I don't know, to fucking see both at the same time. Don't worry about it. Okay, and now I look at my hand, flip it over, tap, control center, screen sharing, and we should be in. So I'm going to do a couple of things on my end first. First of all is to go to, not this guy's channel, someone else's channel. And then I can see I have this going on here. And I can even, if I make that a little wider, I should have chat, yes. Beautiful. Okay. Let's actually pop out chat if we can. Oh my god. These fucking buttons made for mice, I tell ya. We're not going to have a problem with this thing. We got all the mice we need, and then some. Pop out chat. And we'll go up into the tabs. That's its own window now. And now, I've got feedback of the stream here. And I can realize that it's better if I set it up this way, so that the camera can actually see me. And we'll just get into it. So, you know, we all know what this thing is. We all know what it does. I like this. I like these like kind of natural colors contrasting the red. That's good packaging. Ooh! I did not see the back of the box. Nobody told me the box had a back of it. That's hot. I don't know why I'm showing the camera. You guys can see anyways. Because here, like, the logo and then everything else are kind of like two separate elements. I like it superimposed like that. That's good. All right. Now, if I know my way around boxes, there should be a Uh-oh. Guys, I just clipped my nails. I don't know if... I'm gonna need to fucking get something for this. Nobody look at the rest of my apartment. I'm looking down at the floor. I'm gonna fucking crawl to my goddamn kitchen and get a knife, okay? I'm crawling to my kitchen and I'm gonna get a knife. It is a lovely apartment, but that's private. Okay. Oh, hello, Windows. Okay. We're all good? This is my first time actually getting to see the stream instead of YouTube VODs. It's exciting, but I have to go to bed soon. Hi, Griffin. It's been a while, but I literally talk to you all the time. Don't run with it. It's a butter knife! What do you want me to do? Hi, Blake. Okay, so now I can fucking get this thing open. That's what we're all here for. We're not here for, POV. Like, crawling on the carpet extremely fast. Now, see, if I was, an idiot, I would probably cut towards myself, but I'm not, so... That'll probably do the trick. I don't give a fuck. Hey, look, we're in! Okay. This looks to be right side up. And... Ooh! Now that's hot. I've got the original Switch box sitting here somewhere. Put these damn hydrates away. I'm gonna get rid of this fucking chat. I think we're gonna have a lot of people pop in and go to bed because it's so late, but it's so nice to see everyone. I agree! I really agree! I drowned. That's so funny. But yeah, they did kind of a similar thing with the Switch one where it's, presented like this. You got the console and the Joy-Con and the two separate things. I love this kind of diagonal angle. It's like compact, but it's like a statement too. I like it. Wow. Yeah, let's get a look. Let's lift that out. Even just looking at this console portion, the tablet piece, that thing is big. Somewhere in this pile of shit, I've got the original Switch one. Like, I knew it was bigger, but this is my first time, reckoning with that. Yeah. Ooh, wow! And it's not even close. It's almost as wide as the original is with, one Joy-Con attached. That's fucking nuts. But, about the same thickness, so they say. Let's, Oh, wow. That feels nice in the hand. Because this is the thing. This is still, the original Switch model. I never got out of bed for the OLED. Never get out of bed for anything less than the sequel. But I have held an OLED before. And there is, a notable difference in build quality. They really figured their shit out. And this kind of feels like the continuance of that. Oh, wow, yeah. I don't know how well this is going to show up. But something that really bothered me about the Switch 1 was, this shit has got seams all over it. And I'm sorry, we're not going to get to the games because I care about this stuff and this is the only time we'll get to talk about this shit. But, even, the headphone jack, that's, a separate piece of plastic housing. You can see, there's, a vent crease that goes around here. It's just made of a lot of different pieces, a lot of different seams. And this is kind of just all, one uninterrupted statement. Except for the kickstand, I suppose, but... And this is another thing that nobody's ever going to tell you. They had a bigger kickstand on the Switch OLED, so what changed? The answer is that the full-width kickstand meant that they couldn't center the logo vertically. They had to put it down. They had to shift it down on the handheld. And I bet that pissed someone at Nintendo off a lot. So you'll notice, I don't know why this is the first thing that I'm bothering to do. Oh, that does feel nice, though. I like that kickstand. They made the kickstand go around the logo so it could still be centered. What do we got here? I've been watching a lot of the old 3D platformer streams as bedtime material, so it's weird to see the chatters whose names I've heard mentioned so much. Oh my god, it's like GRIFFINGALACTIC lore. Yeah. I'm so excited to kick your ass in Mario Kart in 6 months when I get a Switch 2. Nice to have you live. Hope to see you more. I imagine it feels like imaginary creatures because Griffin never had chat in the VODs. And good riddance. This is what I read this shit out loud for. This is the closest you guys are ever going to get to chat being on the stream. So, okay, there's our size comparison. That's my opinions on build quality. Hey, let's get these other things out of the box, huh? These so-called Joy-Con 2. These two Joy-Con 2 controllers. Right, because, you know, I remember reading, like, old Koizumi interviews from when the first Switch came out, and they've been talking about this magnet stuff for a while. They wanted the magnets. Whoa! Okay, not even clipping these on. These feel big in the hand. Never mind fucking the Sidon and Link size difference. There he is. Wow, that is a huge difference. Let's get those side by side. Jesus Christ. You know, I usually do tend to play just kind of with split Joy-Con like this. Right, because I'm going to have very weird opinions about this. Everybody was saying that these things were too fucking small. I've got little yaoi, I've got, you know, little uke hands. I'm the one person in the world who these are exactly small enough for. You guys don't want to see the fucking Mad Catz GameCube controller for, like, fucking toddlers that I used to play with. It's bad. But this is like a... This is substantial, you know? It kind of feels like having that little wrist strap thingy attached, like, all the time. Which I guess makes sense, because now they have the little skates for the mice. So those don't really add much size to the controller, from what I understand. I'm curious to see, though... Oh, those SLSR buttons feel really good. These are extremely pressable. But yeah, my only question mark here is that if the size of the controller is bigger, that also means kind of more empty space that your thumb has to reach across before you hit the buttons or the analog stick. But yeah, I think this feels like pretty decent to me. We'll see, of course. Oh, there's a little mouse sensor. Oh yeah, shit, there's the little squeezer for the magnets. Oh, hey, and the right one, too, and I can even hold that. Ooh. You know, I like, really rolled my eyes at a lot of early Switch 2 coverage. When they're like, oh, and the analog sticks are smoother now. I'm like, okay, who cares? Who cares, Nintendo? These things are butter. Like, they're frictionless. It's wow. That actually is pretty remarkable. Well, okay. Let's bring Daddy home. This is the first time clicking them in. Let's see. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Oh, wow. That's one solid unit. That sure is one solid unit. What the fuck are we doing with this lighting? Siri, Griffin mode. That's better. Now we're talking. Let's get the original put back together here. Whoa. I like to see this compared to a Steam Deck. I already thought the Steam Deck was, like, way too big. But it is thin. The weight is noticeable. It's not miserable. Okay. Now everybody's going to test this. How much force does it take to pull the magnets off? I think I'll probably have an easier time on this one, because there's no analog stick in the way. Okay. So it can be done. It can be pulled off without engaging the lock. But that has to be done with a lot of force. Let's try with the release mechanism now. Ooh, that feels good. That I like detaching. All right, what else we got here? Honestly, never had trouble with Joy-Cons other than the drift. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully this bodes more streams soon because I gotta go, but have fun, y'all. Well, you guys can see the schedule for tonight, you know. It's not just gonna be fucking playing with this plastic and putting it back in the box. We will be turning it on at some point, and you know what? I guess that's what we'll do right now. Assuming the power button is in the same place, right? There we go. Okay. Hopefully this is enough to... I'm looking at a screen through a screen right now, so we'll see if the text is, like, readable enough, but... The speakers are nice. The speakers are definitely nicer than the original. Oh, and you really get a sense of the smaller bezels, too. This is good. Is English Canadian an option, or do I have to say US? I mean, UK, Australia... I mean, the only difference is that they, you know, whether the words colors has, like, if that's ORS or OURS. I'm going to default to this first one. The face buttons feel good, too. They are, like, a teensy bit bigger. You take notice of that immediately. Yeah, I'm in the Americas. EULA. Internet settings. Oh, I don't know how much of this is like wise to screen share. I'm just gonna unscrew and point that up. So you guys are gonna be seeing nothing but ceiling. And meanwhile, I'm gonna be entering my Wi-Fi password. And I'm even going to do it while muted. Okay. Yeah, all right. Details of the error. Hilarious. I guess I just got a wrong password. I'll show it this time. Yeah, that should be correct. Okay, we're in. We're in. All good. Let us into your Wi-Fi, we don't bite. I think the fuck not. If anything does get through, it's getting blurred the fuck out for the VOD. System update data, sounds good. This is so nice that there's menu music! Switch 1 didn't have menu music, this is a huge difference. Oh man, the analog sticks feel so good. I wonder if I can use the mouse controls like right now. Is that possible? Griffin, what are we doing here? We've got the Keaton mouse pad. I've never owned a mouse that could take advantage of this, but now I do. Doesn't seem time yet. It's telling me about different ways to hold it right now. Ooh! Listen to that click sound. Crispy. It's telling me to go into tabletop mode? Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Kickstand it is. I'll put it right there on Keaton's boobies. We'll get the left one off. Okay. Right, because it's syncing. It didn't assume that I attached anything. Connect to a TV. I hadn't considered that. Connect to a TV, that's a great idea. I'm noticing that this seems to have frozen up. Okay, we're good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep this fucking... this lo-fi hip-hop to study to. And see what else is in the box here. Because there are other questions I've got that it's time to answer. Ooh, so there's the new Joy-Con grip. The Joy-Con 2 grip? Joy-Con grip 2? I don't know what you call this thing. But this is another kind of curiosity I've had. Oh my. Because if you compare the side profile of this to the original, these Joy-Con only slot in from the top. So you have this extra kind of raised portion on the side where it kind of becomes like one smooth flush curve with the controller. I think that's good, right? With this new one, they come in from the side. So that little lip where they curve into something flush is no longer there, which means that there's going to be negative space when holding it. I've been curious about this ergonomically. Let's find out. Okay. Oh, that's cute too. The original used to have, how to say this? The lights used to be sideways, so the grip needed mirrors on the inside of the controller to redirect the light, but it's so much simpler because they're just already pointing up, so they're just normal ass windows. Interesting. I do definitely notice that negative space that I was just talking about, but it's not a deal breaker. And I do really like the larger overall size. I think the larger Joy-Con in handheld mode, I could take it or leave it. Here, this feels like really like you could recline with this thing. Okay, so we got that ready to go. And it even still stands up on its little butt. Oh, dude, the dock. Yeah, let's get a load of this. My beautiful rounded beast. It smells nice, too. I don't know if you guys know this. It smells nice. I can't stream that yet, but, you know. Okay. Just one thing. I need to make sure that the circumference of this matches the Joy-Con. And it seems that it does. What do you know? Okay. I'm at peace. So how does this come off? Because this is one of the other changes they made post-original Switch into the OLED. The original dock here used to be on a hinge, right? It's just this little door flap that opens up. No longer the case with the OLED, and as I understand it, with this either. And I want to know what other people's thoughts are on this, because I've never been a fan of just the door coming clean off like that. This feels like I broke it, right? It's like, oh, I must have snapped it off the hinges, and it still does feel bad, we'll say. Power, HDMI, Ethernet built in now, and then 2 USB on the side. So that's pretty much what the Switch OLED had, just with 4K output this time. And a fan, I guess. It does feel a little heavier than the original dock as well. So yeah, I guess I'll get to my feet and we'll start... We'll probably put the door back on too. We'll probably get this puppy hooked up in time for Mario Kart World. And, well then I guess after that, we can just start screen sharing. No, we don't need any damn webcam. We can just get into the actual, you know, this, but through a screen instead of my scary eyes. Actually, yeah, here's what we can do. I wonder how well you can see this while I'm screen sharing. If I do look directly to the... Oh my god, yeah, it's like a little offset at the moment. Depending on how raised or lowered on the face it is. I don't know if that comes through to you. That is desynced as fuck. That is not where my eyes are, Apple Vision Pro. That's so odd. You know, this is the one thing everybody makes fun of, is the fucking demon eyes that come through, but at least they're aligned. Well, they're even a little purplish, I'll give them that. Anyways. Let's get the power hooked up. I do like this as well. The connector is the brick and the cable are separate instead of one piece. I'm pro that. Okay. That works. Let's get one of these little twisties on it. Chat, what are we saying right now? I don't like that. That's weird. But the hinges on the original Switch ended up doing that anyway, so I think it's possible to make a good hinge. You know, I'm of the opinion that that's like a cost-saving measure over like a what feels good measure. Oh, I will also mention, by the way, I do have a second bag with me. Like I said, I was at a midnight launch. It's the first time I've been at a midnight launch. Can you guys hear me all right from the corner over here? And there was like a fucking Nintendo rep there who was like giving us a bunch of free shit. So I got this Tears of the Kingdom stuff. They were calling it a poster. This is like a nice postcard. IMO. But I have shirtless link now, so I can figure out something to do with that. I didn't even know that they gave me this. Oh, that's what this is. I was here for the Nintendo Switch 2 system launch. Rest in peace, never forget. And they even gave me, yeah, like a fucking Mario pen. They gave me a lanyard. Oh yeah, they were like doing quizzes too. They said, what was the first Kirby game? And I'm like, Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy, I think. They gave me a lanyard. And I swear to God I have a second lanyard, but that might also be in my backpack, and I don't really give a shit, so that's part of the haul as well. Let's resume plugging shit in. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, that's in a good spot. So rope that around. Ah, beauty, mate. And where's it gonna come in from as well? More, please. Yoo-hoo, waiter. Okay. Yep, that's a good angle. Oh, it was like glossy on the inside. That shit wasn't glossy on the inside before. I'm not looking at that side at the moment, but you feel the material difference instantly. Okay. Well, that's power. I need an HDMI cable right now. Am I missing that somewhere? I don't even know where the box went, man. Oh, here it is. It's underneath all of this. Oops. No, it's not. Wait, hold on. Secret compartment. Here's a secret. Oh, download code for Mario Kart World. I'm not going to make extended eye contact with that until after I got this thing back off. Oh, hello, keyboard. No, I would not like to send a message in Twitch chat. Okay, so there's warranty. Oh, and the little skates! Oh, how cute! Okay, yeah, we'll take those for a spin as well. Oh, sorry, Switch 1. I didn't not mean it, but I didn't like 100% mean it. Please understand. Yeah, we'll give the right one a spin. Take a little bit of give, a little bit of squish. I gotta say, I'm a little morbidly curious. These are my Switch 1 Joy-Con, Griffin. I'm a little morbidly curious to see what happens. Remember when Switch 1 first came out and everybody was putting these things on upside down? It's like, uh-oh, I can't take them off ever again. That seems like the correct way to do it. Is it not magnetic? It's not magnetic. Okay. Okay. So there's some just... That's like a mechanical click. There's no magnets involved with that. Interesting. And upside down, what do we got? Well, I guess if it's not magnetic, then it just, yeah. This just doesn't go on the other way. So they finally solved that problem. They made it idiot-proof. I don't know why they didn't the first time. That was one of the strangest things that I've seen come out of that Switch 1 launch. Such a weird oversight. And, you know, they've had, like, other hardware refinements of the Switch 1. That was always a problem. But, yeah, that's pretty foolproof. Okay. I don't know where I put... It's probably still in there. Okay, let's get it back here. I am now in possession of an HDMI cable. Oh, it's in my lap, Griffin. So let's do something about it. Let's hook it up. I can't wait to sleep in plastic. I'm not... Let's be realistic. I'm not sleeping tonight. Oh, there's so much to do. There's so much gaming. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to be a gamer. Tonight, that changes. Let's see. Okay. Oh, did they fix this? No, they didn't. Okay. And if memory serves correctly, that should go, excuse me, my little window, right around here. I can feel myself tugging on this battery. Let's put that in my lap. Right around the corner here. And into my capture card. Uh-oh. But which one is in and which one is out? You get the idea. This is like the last first person step anyways. I'm happy to remove this. Wow. Okay. And now... oh my god, my hair. We're back to... yeah. Whatever this is supposed to look like. Let's take its little toque and pop it back on. And we're done with this for tonight. I mean, there is occasionally a process that I like to do where, you know, you can hook it up to the Mac display and you've got this big fucking 8K thing. It'll be fine. I'll figure it out later. That's more troubleshooting that I just want to look at this and see if I can where it goes. Okay, so it goes, yeah, see, this is the thing is that with the Elgato HD60X, it's my understanding... You know, I think it makes sense for input to be left and output to be right, but it's the other way around. And I always get confused by that. Always, always, always. Without fail. Okay, that should do it. You know, we've been gushing about the menu music, but it has been going on this, like, one stage of the loop for a little while now, so, let's dock it in for the first time, shall we? Maybe also put my headphones on about it while I'm at it. Okay, and we'll switch the audio. So that is off and that is on. Great, okay. I'll scooch my chair in a little bit and I can even put this crummy ass door back on the back. Oh, I do kind of still wish that I was wearing the Vision Pro because there is one more thing that I'm noticing about the cable management, the little thing that comes out of the back. I don't know if I can hold that up. I thought... They made this like a... I've got to point at the different side. I can make this full screen again. Blech. Better. This used to be a rounded shape, so if it needed to like come out and around or like through, I thought that was like a really elegant shape. This feels... I don't care for that. It's the one thing that's kind of like an eyebrow raise to me. Moving on. Let's dock. Ooh, it's feeling smooth so far. We're in. And? Boop. Hello? Okay. I hear it. All right. And we're gaming. You guys let me know how the audio is. If like the mixing on this is good. And we'll wrap this up. Yeah. Way ahead of you. Oh, that's how you do it. Yeah, I'd call this a success. Sounds good. Perfect. You know what? I will go back and get that little skate, because I do want to use the mouse as soon as it is humanly possible to. So, yeah, we'll play Split for now, and then we'll go into the grip when we're, like, all the way in. Because I gotta fucking download Mario Kart World still, man. Skip. Playstyles, yep. A system update? Alright, well, I'm getting that blue skate, because that's still in the plastic, and I can stick that on. Well, I guess we can do webcam now. I'll do a little picture-in-picture just in case there is something interesting going on back there. Just in case. Stranger things have happened. Right, and I was also going to turn down the Elgato volume, I believe is what we were doing. Okay, that was 15.5, now it's 18. Negative, that is. Okay. Ooh. The little throbbing that it does when it connects to the console, it feels nice. It's like thick. Don't listen to my words right now. Okay. Uh-oh, system transfer. That might be a problem, because I have a system and I'd like to transfer it, and there's so much to do. And also, I bought a fucking micro SD card and I didn't put it in. Yeah, because that was always really annoying to me with the Switch 1, is, you know, I got a micro SD card for it, but only way after launch. And so there was stuff that was like married to the system memory that I couldn't get off onto the micro SD card. Like for screenshots and videos, for example, the system memory limit is like, I don't know, 100 videos. You plug in an SD card, now it's 1,000 videos. And even though I've had one of these for the majority of this thing's life, because I made one video on the system memory, it's always been locked at 100. And it's driven me insane. So before I even teach that fucking thing how to remember, we gotta pop this micro SD express card in. And frankly, I don't even know if this is a situation that a knife is going to help us out of. I can try. I can certainly try. I don't know if you can really wield a butter knife like a weapon, but... Oh, what horrid noises! But it did get us in. I'm just as surprised, quite frankly. Okay, it's got a little adapter. It's a little cheesy that it's... Oh, it's all gone! It just all fell out. We're so fucked. I'm never... Guys, I gotta go back to the mall. I gotta get a new one. Okay, it's got a little thingy. Yeah. GameStop branding is a little cheesy, but it's got a little full-size SD adapter. Thanks, I guess. Oh, there we go. Wow. I will never get over that. That's 1 terabyte. And I could just fucking... It could be gone. And it wouldn't even be hard for me. I could swallow that. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm on spironolactone now. We've got a lot to catch up on. But I could take it like one of those. So which way does it go? Face up or... There is a glyph. There's a glyph. It's a very small glyph, but I'm guessing it goes in like that. God, I'm always going to have a thing labeled GameStop living inside my Nintendo Switch 2 for as long as I have it now. And I'll have to live with that knowledge. There should be like a click, right? Because it's spring-loaded. There it is. Okay, we're in. Okay. Yeah, let's do the system transfer. And it wants to do another system update, so don't sweat it. I guess I can turn the volume up while we're back out in handheld mode for the time being. And maybe play around with a little more of these accessories, right? What are you guys thinking about drag and drive? Love the concept. Don't think the game looks especially deep. I mean, you know, assuming I were wearing the wrist straps, I could get used to that motion. All right. System update is complete. Let's do a system transfer. Sign into my Nintendo account. Okay, so it's good that I'm not docked then. We'll take care of this. Sign in with a QR code. Sure. Why the hell not? Nintendo fucking loves roping a smart device into this process, I'll tell you. Now, if it was called Dragon Drive and it was about dragons in wheelchairs, now you've given the game like 1,000 times more charisma. I'll sign into that. Right, because you can say whatever you want about ARMS, but it had fucking charm and personality. Like, I'm waiting to see. I want that game to be good. I don't think it's going to be. Okay, I got a confirmation code. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. And now I have my little Yoshi. Okay, sure. Move this console and the source Nintendo Switch close together to receive the data. All right, let's, oh boy. I'm not used to having to handle 2 Nintendo Switches at once. This is new to me. Especially because they both have 2 Joy-Con each to handle. And that's a lie, because I actually have, like, fucking 4 pairs of these things. Okay. While they're near each other, please connect an AC adapter. Of what kind? I'm like darting around my room. Here's what I'm wondering. Is if it wants to do a wired transfer from one switch to another, or it just wants to be, like, plugged into power. But I've got my Vision Pro charger, and we'll see if that does anything. So we'll connect that to a power source first. Let's try it switch to switch. It's just charging. It probably wants the AC adapter then. All right. Thanks for the dock. Well, I already signed into my Nintendo account. I guess I can just stick it in here and that'll be fine. As long as it can do it wirelessly. It makes you do this for all Switch 1 updates as well. Okay. Facecam, we gotta go. We gotta go. Sorry, I didn't buy the Nintendo Switch 2 camera. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm such a bad streamer. Okay. I'll kick it up right next to that one. Okay. Done. And now I can even select it. Okay, open the home menu, settings. Transfer to Nintendo Switch 2. System? System transfer to Nintendo Switch 2. Well, what do you know? You can keep playing compatible Nintendo Switch software on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Now, if only I had the Vision Pro. I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. What a button. There's a button that says that, by the way. There is a button that says, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. God knows what happens if you click it. Oh yeah, this is like if there's other accounts on the Switch 1. There is not. Oh! This is sad. Do you guys remember the 2019 Breath of the Wild playthrough? That's the only thing I ever used this account for. Oh, but it's still going to transfer it. Well, what if I do want to delete it? Save data for the following software will be removed from this system. Oh, it's stuff from, like, demos. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire. I don't think I'm going to miss it. And now this also wants an AC adapter. Well, okay, where did I just put that fucking Vision Pro cable? Is the wattage good enough for you, you hungry bitch? Your face won't be smugly smirking as you buy a star. I won't be buying shit! Because, okay, we've got some downtime. I can explain this now. Yeah, allow. There's like a permission thing that I wanted to do. That's probably why it wasn't working for the Switch 2. Unless it's still not happy. Yeah, I'll just plug it into a wall. I've still, as we all saw, I've still got the original one that I yanked out of the wall. So that's not a problem. But yeah. There's a lot to sort through and clean up here. So, as we all know, what the fuck are they thinking with those prices, right? What the fuck are they thinking with those prices? And so, even though I'm here, fool and charlatan that I am, later tonight, if I'm playing Mario Kart, and I ever think to myself that I'm having fun, I have to press this button. And then maybe that'll kind of snap me out of it and I can remember, oh, right, Mario Party Jamboree plus Jamboree TV is 115 Canadian dollars. And, you know, like, I get it. Like, I'm a streamer. Like, I did think about buying the camera. That shit on its own is like $70. I think the fuck not. I'd rather buy Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch 2. And thank God I waited, because if I did buy the Switch 1 version, they're not doing an upgrade for that. You just had to rebuy the whole ass game again to get the upgrades. With that said, let's plug the Switch 1 in. Aw, and it even recognizes my Joy-Con color, which has always kind of been like low-key one of my favorite things about Switch 1. Just its UI. Okay, continue on the Nintendo Switch 2 system to download data. Let's get the headphones back on and start receiving data. I think they said normal webcams work for Switch 2 as well. That's just built into my monitor. And it's through Thunderbolt. I'd be curious if I plugged in, because it's a Thunderbolt through a USB-C adapter, but it's DisplayPort. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'd be funny. But I kind of doubt it. And this is the other thing, like, yeah, there are cheaper webcams you can get. You know, everyone's, oh, look at the cute Piranha Plant one or whatever. That shit is 480p. And I've seen the fucking pre-release promo material. That Switch 2 camera is 1080p, and it still doesn't look that great. Because it's 1080p across this ultra-wide lens, and it's cropping into an NABD thing. Which can be done well, but not with 1080p. You need a higher resolution than that. Plug in the Apple Vision Pro and see if your room explodes. Or if you get sucked into the video game. Well, I hadn't considered that. Alright, 13 minutes remaining. Guys, I think it's time to catch up and chat then. Is it? There's audio, but it's like a whisper. It's just making booby beepy noises. So where did I check in with you guys last time? So yeah, I know a lot of you are kind of coming in, not from, you know, every time there's been a direct and you run to Griffin to these ephemeral Twitch VODs. Like, oh, I wonder what he's been up to this time, you know? Everything just kind of has been dumped, like, all at once on the YouTube VOD channel, like the day before this. Bunch of Nintendo Directs, Penny's Big Breakaway, which is kind of mainly what we're going to be talking about. And even a little bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We finally did the Wave 6 of that DLC. With enough distance between then and now to not feel like I'm burnt out on Mario Kart, thankfully. Some more directs after that. Everything that's been going on with like the Switch 2 reveal itself, you know, my opinions about that. And here's a great recommendation for you guys. Tears of the Kingdom highlights. What memories I have with that game. Specifically, like, streaming that game. That was incredible, you know. I've got opinions about the games, but what a great stream series. That's like 100+ hours of footage I had to sift through. And I was able to get it down to I wouldn't exactly call it a tight 99 minutes, but a swallowable, a digestible 99 minutes. That just came out earlier today, not even 24 hours ago, maybe like 12 hours ago, if that. So yeah, check that out. I worked hard on it, and I think it's a good stream. And I'm really glad that I got to turn that into a highlights video. That's a good time. But yeah, if you weren't here for Penny's Big Breakaway, God, how much of this do I reiterate? I don't even remember how much I did iterate in the first place. So we'll tell the story from the top. Don't call it swallowable. You're telling me not to call this swallowable? I beg to differ. Yeah, so at the very least, I do remember saying, you know, that Penny's Big Breakaway stream was done in 2 legs. One of them was in May of 2024, and the other was maybe like late September, early October. And I guess we'll start with this, is, you know, I'd been talking about like a little bit of the stuff that I've been up to. I don't know, in like that first 40 minutes before I had to evacuate over the wildfire. That, you know, there was all this like new stuff that I was doing, and I was like experiencing this stuff. And it was all over a boy. Fast forward to the rest of that Penny's Big Breakaway stream, you know, 6 months later or half a year or whatever. And it's also like immediately on the heels of having broken up with this person. It's like the exact duration of that entire relationship. But, you know, throughout like 2023, you know, the reason the Tears of the Kingdom streams were such hell, for example, wasn't because I was streaming a lot of it necessarily, but because I was also doing that on work days at the same time. And so I was doing 9 hours and then doing another fucking 12 hours of Zelda, and there's just no room for sleep. There's no room for sleep. And I've wanted to leave. I've wanted to move out for some time. Thank fucking God it happened, right? But those plans that I used to have for leaving changed when I met that guy. You know, he was well off and was buying a house and was telling me, oh, you should move. And I dropped everything to make that happen. I dropped things that can't so easily be picked back up, you know? And then right before I was going to see him again, I'm skipping steps here, by the way. After I evacuated in May, I went to like see him in person. Like I evacuated to his fucking town, and I lived in like an Airbnb with him, for like 2 weeks, which was like, you know, that sounds like a scary thing to say out loud, but it was actually a wonderful time. So right before the second time I was about to see him, he was like, oh, don't come. It's over. Which kind of left me high and dry, right? And it wasn't even like, you know, I'm not going to divulge too much here. Believe me, I've learned my lessons from oversharing, but it wasn't even like an emotional thing, I would say, you know? I remember it being so pragmatic that like, what we've got going on here is inconvenient. I've found someone else convenient. Goodbye. You know, some people like to be like, oh, it's not you, it's me. He was like, it's you, bitch. But no, I was not taking that very, very well. And so my friends Game Boo and Katie Rose, who, by the way, are somewhere out there in the world also buying Nintendo Switch 2s tonight. Let's send them our well wishes. They were going on a trip at some time, and they were like, you know, these things lined up, and they're like, hey, you know, you're not doing well. You should come with us. Like, we want to do this for you. And so we did, and that's where, you know, that Mario Kart stream and that Penny's Big Breakaway stream, the second chunk of it, where those came from. That's where I was able to find that time to stream finally. And that was done on the Vision Pro, because I had no fucking monitors to bring with me. And that was really good for me. Like, I really needed that. I was in a bad place, and I was very lucky to be surrounded by nature and opportunity and possibility and people who cared about me, you know? That was transformative. And so I think this much I've at least gone over in the Penny's Big Breakaway stream. Probably not as much as that, but that's the gist of it. But here's what changed, right? Because I had no plans with him. I had no plans, right? All the stuff that I dropped to be with him, can't go back to that either, right? 2 plans blowing up at the same time. And through a little quirk of the booking of the place that they got for me, they got for them. I couldn't stay with them, so they got a place for me. And it was just this little fucking, you know, like 1-room apartment. And, you know, we've talked about moving stuff before on the stream and my opinions about renting. I'm not hot on it, but something about having that ritual throughout the week of just at the end of the day, having a key and having a door, and I open it and this is like my place and I can just be alone and be in this bed that's like, I don't know. It stank, like it fucking reeked like weed. But, you know, as the week went along and I got more used to that, I was beginning to think to myself, you know, I could do this. I can make this happen. But yeah, you know, I started kind of getting fired up about that. And, you know, so I'm having a great time with them, you know, streaming Mario Kart and all that. And on the plane ride home, I remember this. I'm sitting next to these oil guys, you know. Like, I have to go back home, you know, against my will because I live there and I have to. But I'm on a plane with people who want to be there, like, on purpose, right? And so here are these fucking oil workers, are like fucking... They're harassing the flight attendant. They're saying, like, homophobic shit about their coworker. Fucking Justin Trudeau is catching strays, but not for like any of the reasons that like you'd think like that would make sense for him to be. They just wanted to say homophobic shit about him too. And I've got my fucking head in my hands like, oh my god, like I just turned 26. How much longer am I gonna fucking be here, you know? And as soon as I hit the ground, I had just this, not even a plan, but just like this want in my heart that I gotta get out of here, you know? And there were a lot of things that I needed to do to make that happen that were very time and energy consuming and were very like, you know, it was difficult and it was long, but, you know, here I am, right? And I've got, you know, my HomeKit lights, which these aren't new, by the way. I've actually had these for some time, but I haven't had a socket in my bedroom that like took real light bulbs. So I wasn't even able to use them. But I have those back now, you know, I've got plushies, I've got, you know, Korin manga. I gotta show you guys the kitty sneakers. I don't know what the best way to show that would be. I mean, I guess I can just open up my fucking... I'm trying to think of which of these pictures, like, shows them off without being too especially thirst trappy. I am wearing thigh highs in them, though, so it is quite difficult. But they are, like, killer fucking sneakers. Here, we'll do this one. This one... Believe me, this is the plainest one that I got. I'm sorry. I got nothing better. But yeah, you know, we'll do a little bit of show and tell. If it would let me drag this image onto the desktop. Okay, if I stick it in the clipboard, we're good to go. Okay. There's that. No. There we go. Get that down to size. Because that's not the part that I need you guys... It's the sneakers that you guys need to see. Right? They got the little fucking like cat ears on the top, and they got like the little like eyes on the bottom, and they have like little tails on the backs. And they're way too expensive, but oh my god, they're so cute. Like that's one of the big things about like the big differences about being here is that you know, it's not just about the opportunity to I don't know, like go where I want and do what I want and eat what I want, but oh my, like dressing how I want has been so huge, you know? That was one of the things that I was doing back in Ontario on that trip for the first time. I was like, you know, wearing like femboy clothes and like a skirt outside for the first time and like feeling comfortable with that and like feeling safe about that. And where I am now has been so good for that. You know, I'm wearing pretty normal clothes now, but dude, it's awesome. Dude, it's awesome. And I can't fucking wait. I don't think you showed me the kitty sneakers actually. Well, it's about damn time. It's about damn time. And I will get one more thing. And this I don't even need a picture of. And I forget if I brought this up during Mario Kart as well. Julian has an insane Fire Emblem collection. Like, it's an entire room. There's Fire Emblem Fates manga that I didn't know about. And I walk into that room and I'm oh, you know, going through cover to cover. I see this and my fucking eyes pop out of my head. Do you see how pouty his lips are? Where did they get off? So I've got the whole fucking Effie Fates manga collection up there on my shelf too. You know, it's just like... I've always known that I'd be good at it, but I've never really had the opportunity to like decorate my own space before. And it's awesome. And dude, I went to IKEA for the first time. I got to learn that I love IKEA. Man, the new foods that I've been trying. I had sushi for the first time. I had a banana for the first time. I had sake for the first time. I went to a gay bar for the first time. I got drunk for the first time. I got approached by a fucking old man trying to get me to vote for him in the election for the first time. Yeah, it was it tasted like vodka and Skittles. And as it turns out, I'm a hell of a lightweight. That's what I learned. Well, data has been sent. Please wait until the process is complete on the Nintendo Switch 2. Thanks. Okay. So I guess that means I can shut this off for the last time. Shit. Oh, this is something that I have to do right now. I'm sorry if the update is complete. Nintendo.ca. I need to get a second dock, like right now. I'm not done buying shit yet tonight. Because they don't sell those at the retail stores. They don't. You can only get them from the Nintendo website. And it is like 12:04 a.m. right now. I don't know how long those have been up. I gotta get in line to get one of those. Oh, fuck. Because the extra docks with the Switch 1, those really get like a limited time thing, weren't they? I don't think they made those forever. I'm a little worried about that. Okay, shop. Hardware. Pro controller. GameCube controller, I'm sorry to break it. GameCube controller is already sold out. Damn. Charging grip. Charging grip for $50 is a little much, methinks. Nintendo Switch 2 dock set. I see a price. It says releases June 5th. It's still grayed out. I'm going to put the link to this in chat. While I'm gaming, you guys with your free hands can check in on this of your own volition. And if that gray button suddenly becomes purchasable, you gotta let me know right the fuck away, okay? Thank you. But everything else seems good to go, so my headphones are already on. Let's reconnect with the Joy-Con too. Oh, that throbbing feels so good. And let's get back in there. Oh, here. I need to pop out, so I'm actually looking at my own goddamn screen. Projector, Thunderbolt display. I'm looking at my fucking... It took those goddamn kitty sneakers, and now my entire display is that picture. No, I believe I meant the video capture device to that display, and I'll even hit that button too, and I'll even activate QuickTime to enhance the frame rate. You know, this is a 1440p display. It's not 120. So whatever the glory of the graphics are, I'm not going to be experiencing the full breadth of that anytime soon. Hey, Guys, I don't know where my phone is. Work. That's what I say when I want to do work. That pinkness is not the fucking gay-ass lights. Why is the capture card output like normal color, but my TV is pink? Is that a TV thing or a Switch thing or a capture card thing or what? We're gonna undock and redock and see what happens. I know it already downloaded 2 system updates. Maybe it could use a few more. Oh yeah, we're fine. Sometimes these things happen. Don't worry, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, press the home button. I know what that is. Hi, Cass. Oh, it's gonna have to download all of this now? I thought that's what you all just did! What the 15 minutes was all about. Oh, boy. Okay. There's a blue dot on controllers. Ooh. Ooh! This is very charming, isn't it? There's a lot of, care put into the sound. I know people who are very vocal about this sort of thing. That was, like, missing from the Switch 1 OS. Give me more. Okay, I've heard that one before. That's different. News on Switch 1 used to be more of kind of like a squishy noise. Yeah, these are all different. I can't wait to use Game Share too. Maybe finally there will be a way for me to play Clubhouse 51 games without ever needing to own Clubhouse 51 games. The day is so close. Yeah, these are nice. I like these sounds. Did you get a code for Mario Kart or physical? Great question. Which begs the question, why is it downloading Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? That's a physical cart for my Switch 1, so what is there to download? But yeah, I've got that right here. And now is a great time. Oh, it's a scratcher? Ugh. Where's the butter knife? I'm gonna have to vacuum the second I'm done streaming tonight. which will be fine because by the time I'm done streaming tonight, Deltarune! It'll be daylight, and then making noise won't be like a problem. Okay. That ought to do it. All right, what do we got here? Hey, who wants to bet if the eShop still sucks? I know where my money is. Hey, what was the dot? How to use mouse controls. Tell me more. You just do it? Whoa! Hello! And I'll even put it on the mouse pad. Don't worry, I've already got the skate, baby. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I like there's something about the side-to-side movement with like the thin profile. Actually feels pretty good. Sensitivity is nice. Oh, scrolling! You can drag the slider like this. You do that. It's a very thin target. Oh, you can. Oh, but okay, it's more like touchscreen style scrolling. Interesting. See, now PC gamers are going to be talking about, oh, finally, games can be precise again. It's like, I don't think I've touched a PC mouse in like 15 years. Like, this is going to take some getting used to. Mouse controls can be used on the home menu and in supported software. Okay. Simply pick the Joy-Con. Oh, yeah. So you can just like, it goes back. That's cute. Well, now I know. Yeah, all you got to do is just stick it on its side and then you're up and running. So Deltarune is already downloaded. I'm getting some serious hints, but I don't think so. If there's time, we'll get to it. It's Mario Kart for me. This shit already came out 6 hours ago. I've been avoiding spoilers for long enough. I do shit like read books now. I mean, that's not the only book that I've gotten since moving in, but anyways. Yeah, let's hit up the eShop. Okay. If you insist, Nintendo account. I know. I want to play Deltarune so bad too, and it's very hard to play Mario Kart, but I mean, that shit's long, you know? I don't know if I have like the appetite for it. Well, I have the appetite. I don't have the stomach for it is the word that I'm looking for. Okay. You will be automatically transferred. Please continue via Switch 2. Oh, this is a little different. It's a little cruel that I'm like jamming through the sidebar as fast as I can because I know that makes the eShop cranky, but hey, I thought the webcam was desynced for a second, but maybe I'm crazy. Okay, so and I can even use the mouse. 100% off. That must be for the demo, and then everything else is DLC. I don't know anything about this. I just got that on like the fucking Nintendo Switch website, just like this Switch 2 pre-order thing. It's like, hey, you don't own anything that can play this. Are you sure you want to buy this? And I said yes. So I don't know how I'm like supposed to get this if I just wanted to upgrade from the other thing. Oh god, Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tour. Are you kidding me, bro? Ah, that's the first thing you see. That tiny little man. Yeah, guys, I don't think so. I mean, I'm happy to have opinions about Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tour. Don't get me wrong. Because like you saw the way I was just talking about like, the little creases around the hardware. Shut up, man.
Is actually inside the game itself.
A ghost. That's a ghost. Griffin, we can play Fortnite again. No, we can't. Why would I? But, you know, I'm talking about little things like that. Like, very, very minor things about the housing and the form and the like, assembly of it. Being genuinely interested in that. This is the kind of thing that literally is for the kind of weirdo that I am. I'm a real hardware nut. I think this is a cool thing, you know? I do find value in it. Even for the person that I am, which is not normal, right? I don't think this is most people buying a Switch 2 that feel this way. This should have been free. And if even I don't give a shit and don't want to buy it, it is insane that they inspect normal people who are not me to want to do that. I don't know what the target demographic is, if not literally me. I'll tell you what, I was talking about this earlier, that if I got the Switch 1 version of this, I'd be kind of fucked. But the Switch 2 version, well, now we're talking. I'll wishlist this for now. Oh, it was getting the DLC for the booster course pass, I guess. Yeah, we'll get back on to that, entering that code, because it's gonna be downloading other shit instead if I don't intervene. All right, better be fast. I'll tell you what, this is like surprisingly nice for text entry as well. Like, I was not anticipating that whatsoever. No, I don't think so. Yeah, like just the ability to kind of like whip around from like one end of the keyboard to the other without having to go tap, 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 tap to go like letter by letter. I like that. And the final character. Mild fantasy violence. I suppose I consent to that. Ooh, I also need to look into something else because I'm noticing that this red is like very fucking blown out. Yeah, I know how these work. Okay. Yay. That's cute. Take me to settings. This is not an HDR display, and I'm not streaming in HDR. So, get me over here. That's still pretty fucking red. Oh, you can use the stick to scroll through these. All my damn games. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, this is different. This is very, very different. Okay, whoa. I like that sound, though. I always thought that on Switch 1, going to the all software page, that was like the most grating sound effect in the entire operating system. That's a big difference. You raw dogging the game code on stream is crazy confidence. Griffin, you have a lot of Sonic games to catch up on? I don't think so. I don't give a fuck about Sonic Superstars. There's the DLC for Frontiers, which is a game that I'd be very curious to see if it benefits from any performance improvements on Switch 2. Because all that is dynamic resolution scaling, right? I wonder how much they would have to do, or if it pretty much just still looks like a 240p game. Now, this is weird to me. This is weird to me. Why do I have the European icon for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? I don't like this one. Where's the one where his back is turned? Hate to see him leave, but love to watch him go. All right, well, thanks, Mario Kart World. We've got more time to kill. What else is there to talk about that I've been up to? Whoa, okay, bizarre. This screen looks fine. That screen looks fucked from having toggled HDR. Let's go back and do that. If I'm not noticing a difference. Display. No, that's actually just grayed out no matter what I do. Interesting. Flight mode? I guess it's what they're calling airplane mode now. You know, in case you're playing Nintendo Switch 2 on a helicopter, because airplane was too presumptive. Okay, clicking full range makes that better. I guess I'll just say automatic. Full range seems to be an improvement, though. Screen size, how are we doing here? No, that actually needs to be 100% because of the capture card. Power state, 120 hertz. Adjust HDR. The pattern on the left is visible and the... Whoa! Interesting. Okay. See, like, I think that looks blown out. But here it looks underexposed. Well, if it looks good on this display and if it looks good for you guys, that's fine. I can tinker with this later. But then again, what better time is there to tinker than right now while we're waiting for fucking Mario Kart to download? Why is it European? Why are you European? Frontiers DLC would be worth the streams, but yeah, besides that, you can skip anything else. Yeah, don't sweat it. Yeah, listen, raw dogging the fucking game code is no biggie to me because I had to fucking raw dog my apartment. I don't know what you guys were going to see, but hey, let's open up this side amiibo, huh? I don't think we're going to be getting to Tears of the Kingdom tonight, checking out any of the Switch 2 edition upgrades, which I do receive for free as a Nintendo Switch Online subscriber. But, you know, we can look at it. It doesn't have to sit in a box. Thankfully, I don't even need to use a butter knife. It's crazy that it took them this long to get around to one of these, you know? Like, they didn't have to wait for Mifa. That's all I'm saying. But it's about damn time. And they should have done a cast one too. Just saying. Oh, my poor bed, which is drowning in garbage. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, weird. I've never seen this happen. There's a twist tie in here to like hold his little trident in place. I've never seen an amiibo have one of these in the packaging. It's always just been clamshell as far as I know. Okay. How about now? Does this say Nintendo Switch 2 on the front? I guess Tears of the Kingdom is technically a Switch 1. Alright. Come free, little guy. Man, and now I realize how blessed I was not to have to encounter these in amiibo packaging before. This is, tight. Does not want to cooperate. Like, I didn't even get it all the way out, but I had to just jostle it loose. Yeah, this thing is like a... It's a flaccid little trident, don't you think? So I get it, but also, like, why? I don't know. So there you go. Fans of gay sex rejoice. And, you know, just, like... Something like that. See, and they didn't make an amiibo of his wife, so as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't have one. So don't worry about it. Mario Kart, how are we doing? I don't know how I feel about those sounds. That's what... I don't know. The sound when it comes into the front screen is cute. One of my favorite sound effects on the Switch one was a little... When you click the... Nah, I don't think so. Because it sounds like yoo-hoo, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not... It's just not the same. Like, it's evocative of something that suggests friendship. That's what's so interesting about it, but, no longer, I suppose. Did it manage to import my groups? It actually did. Okay, very nice. So if I take this second Joy-Con and I put it... Do I get two mice, or... Okay, it's the two sensors controlling the one cursor. That makes sense. Oh my god, it does have friend codes. We're not getting usernames until like the 2030s. It's so fucking over, man. And they're gonna call it the Switch 3, and well, we wanted to carry over everybody's friend codes that they love so much so they wouldn't like lose their precious friend codes. We're in hell! I don't know what else I expected. I don't know, you guys want to check out the Nintendo Switch Online app? Whoa. Yeah, I have an account. Okay, well that's new. Do Switch 1 owners get to have this? I don't know, I'm getting the icons for all the other shit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've done this before on account of having 3,600 points and 26 icons. Yeah, I've been buying these, okay. I got nothing better to do. I got nothing better to do. If I can't click the buy button on the Nintendo Switch 2 dock set, I'll buy a picture of Peach on a motorcycle with my fucking platinum points. I still play fucking Mario Run religiously on my phone, by the way, to grind these things out. Goomba's got a cute render. There's no way it isn't that the only reason is that Switch 1 had them. No, I agree that's the only reason, but like... I don't know, I feel there have been some points in time where like they've made little changes, not to like the way the Switch account system works, but definitely to the way the... These are good profile icons. This is like good teases of like the level of expression and the animation to come. And the level of lip detail on the Piranha Plant's lips to come, oh my. But yeah, little changes to like the Nintendo account system. Like if you've ever used the website, for example. Come on. Get me back out. Oh, we're stuck here forever. That's hilarious. Yeah, we could use a few more updates on this thing. You know, to run an applet from the Nintendo Switch 1 properly. Don't worry. Thank God they figured out how to play music, though. Hey, Monty Mole. But like, I think there was like just enough going on kind of under the hood for like if you really paid attention and like noticed like maybe we could be gearing up for usernames. Wiggler. But I guess that just makes me stupid. Dude, Stingbee. Look at that. This is a fuzzy guy. This is a good Stingbee. Man, I'm excited for Mario Kart World. I don't know if I'm as excited for the feather item, but we'll see. See, I feel like it's a little bit different when like... when they did these kinds of icons for Mario Kart on Switch 1, these icon assets, because it's like, oh, these are the courses you know and love, right? I just got all those icons. I don't know where the fuck those places are supposed to be. But it's an interesting tease. Now it's like, oh, it's exciting. I get to like go out and try and find them. And that is the curious thing too, because I do remember way, way, way back. Oh, this is like very light gray. It snuck in there. Mario Kart 8 gave a lot away before it came out. Like, we knew a lot about it. I feel like there's going to be like a lot of surprises left in Mario Kart World. That like the only way to know is to play it, right? And people used to say that about Smash Bros. A lot. Like, oh, you know, you used to just find the secret characters as like these surprise unlockables that you didn't even know were in there until you stumbled onto it, right? They're keeping Rainbow Road a secret from us in this one, guys. They didn't do that before. They showed us both Rainbow Roads before Mario Kart 8 came out. That means something that they're doing this time. You will love them. I'm sorry, I still love fidgeting with these things too much. And this is just a mechanical thingy. See, now this is something that we do have to compare to the original Switch. How's the fidgetability of this, right? Because I'll tell you what, that first year I got my Switch 1, just playing with it all day, just playing with my shit. I couldn't stop playing with my shit. Is this as fidgetable? Ooh! Shit really is a spank. It's a real Nintendo spank right there. Like, it's cacophonous. I don't know. I think that stands a pretty good chance. Ooh, yeah. I think I can get used to this. Both at the same time. The two-handed Nintendo spank. I want them to, like, coincide is my only thing. One more? Yeah. Now we're talking. The back of this does seem a little more refined too, I will say. Comparing the grip here, you can kind of tell that this is just kind of two bulbous things going across like a horizontal stalk. And none of these things feel especially, like, harmonious. But you look at that, and that's like a... This feels like a lot... what's the word? Thoughtful? GRIFFINGALACTIC? Something like that. Dude, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person in the world who knows that these things are called the Joy-Con straps, and this thing is called the Joy-Con grip. Because the wrist straps do help you grip the controller. It's a very easy mistake to make. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at some of my other, like, free shit that I got. There is still more in this bag. There's the other lanyard. Okay. This is the one that they gave me for correctly guessing what year... No. Guessing what the first Kirby game was. And, you know, I actually don't own any lanyards. And I do have keys of my own that I need to be responsible for now. So this is actually not bad. So shout out to the Nintendo rep with the very colorful hair who was giving these out. Or no, this was the person working at GameStop who was quizzing people. All the other shit was from the free guy. The free guy? Oh my god. All the other free shit was from the Nintendo rep. Including, you know, the Luigi bag itself. I'm 26 years old and I own a bag with Luigi on it. See, I don't know so much about a pen, though. I got pens. Don't worry. Do they still have... Oh, they got rid of it. That's interesting. See, because I'll tell you one thing that the Switch 1 had that the Switch 2 does not. There's a tiny little hook on top. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the world find a reason to use it, but I'll tell you what. It's actually kind of an awkward angle. You could have done this with the Switch 1. And now that I finally have a lanyard with the Nintendo Switch 2 logo on it, now what? How sad. But, like, I get it. Like, I've never seen anybody do it. Okay. Like, I don't know, man. You guys want to watch me clean my room or some shit? I really don't know where the rest of that Switch 1 box went. I don't. Like, that's the little tray that everything was in, but... Oh. This bag is not empty still, by the way. Oh, these are my water bottles for when I work out. Oh, it went off the side of the bed over here in the corner. Oh, of course. Of course that's where it went. Yeah. Nothing to see here. It's cute, though. It's a cute size. It's cute proportions. I don't know. What else have I been up to? And I even own a blowhigh now. But, you know, I was talking about having been to IKEA before. Offhandedly, so I suppose that's no surprise to anybody. How cute. I do... Let's compare the glideability of with and without the skates here. So I'll stick these on my mouse pad here. Because I do see... There is, like, some amount of, like... These thingies on the edges that feel like they're for the glideability of the mouse. Oh, no. But that's a big difference. Griffin, what's your favorite food lately? I've been big on bananas lately. Guys, I'm going to go get a banana. You know, to celebrate Mario Kart, of course. This one can maybe use like one more day IMO, but I'm committed to it. But yeah, like I had my fucking first banana, you know, when I got here. And now I know that I like bananas, and now I can have them. And what a fun little treat. What a fun little treat that I can do this with. Don't slip. This is my controversial opinion, but I think all white people in North America do not deserve the wonder that is bananas. Yeah, probably. Hey, Sam. He's back, you're damn right. Staring at this same damn screen like I never left. Griffin Galactic is back on the menu. Well, let's not quite put it like that. Oh, shit. I don't know why this like is what reminded me of this, but I have to go get something. If Mario Kart World does not finish before I can dispose of this banana peel. It looks like it's close, though. We can check the settings on the file size for this too, because one of the other huge differences, I'm streaming in 1080-60, by the way. I've got good internet here. That was not the case back home. So where do you guys think the perception that monkeys like bananas come from? Like, could you prove that? Because they also like to say that cats like milk, but they actually hate that shit. Like, it makes them, like, shit their brains out. But I wander off to this particular corner of my room. I got something. They be eating bananas. I guess that is all the proof I need. I have from Japan something that I still need to hang up, even though I've been here since March. La la. This is upside down. A beautiful male Corrin poster. A beautiful official Intelligent Systems male Corrin poster. Maybe one day I'll even put it up when it's you know, not as tight as a whistle. Okay, well now it's like this, and I don't want to squish it back in, so I'll put this like in a good spot to like remind me to do something about it. But hey, is it just me, or are we ready for Mario Kart World? I'm so glad that you've adapted to do the Piglet la la. Well, because I was going like ta-da to reveal something. It was relevant, okay? It was relevant and it was cutting edge. I'll get my headphones back on, dude. It's time. I'm just really savoring the thought of these motions with my hands still being like unfamiliar to me. What an honor for something to be new again. So cool. Okay. Let the games begin.